Hello, my name is Elfie and thank you for being here. Today we are going to talk about how to be sovereign. To start to become sovereign, you need to start to question everything. Question yourself, question the people around you, question the government, question the media, question everything that is telling you something. How to be sovereign. Start to think for yourself. Start to create your own reality. Start to realize and remember that you have a choice in every now moment. In every now moment, you are creating your reality. How to be sovereign is choosing yourself. I'm going to say that again. How to be sovereign is choosing yourself. Because they don't want you to choose yourself. And that is why they keep you distracted. And that is why they keep you sick. And that is why they keep you consuming. And that is why they keep you numb and dumb. So that you're not sovereign. So that you need to continue to rely on them. So that you think that you can't exist without relying on them. So that you think that you can't create your own reality by yourself. How to be sovereign is you question everything. You think for yourself. You create your own beliefs opposite of what you've been taught. These beliefs are 180 to the negativity that you're constantly being told. I can, or I am. That's being sovereign. Being sovereign is a state of being. It's remembering that you are free right here, right now. And you may say, Elfie, I don't feel free. Is it because you don't believe that you're free in here? You need to start to feel, you need to feel free in here first before you experience that in your outer reality. If you're not feeling free enough in your outer reality, it's because you're still not free enough in here. It's because you still feel like you're a slave in here. Is you still feel like that you owe someone something, or that if you don't do something that X, Y, and Z is going to happen. Being sovereign is thinking for yourself. It's talking for yourself. It is doing yourself and nothing else. What I mean by that, it is you choosing yourself in such a state that you are not worried about what everyone else is doing or what society is doing or what the masses or the collective is doing, because you are sovereign. Because you choose yourself, because you think for yourself, and because you believe in yourself and you have your best interests at heart, and you know that your choice and your path is just for you and that nobody else is going to understand that, and that's okay. Being sovereign is a state of being. It's deciding, I am the creator of my own reality. I am the one that is in charge of my life. I get to choose how I feel in every moment. I get to choose how I respond in every moment. I get to choose in every moment. I'm going to say that again. I get to choose in every moment. Being sovereign is knowing you have a choice in every moment. It's not feeling stuck or bound to things. It's knowing you can leave the party whenever you want. You can leave the conversation whenever you want. You can leave the job whenever you want. You know, that's being sovereign, is knowing that you have a choice. You know, you can leave the relationship whenever you want. You know, like you don't have to stay. You don't have to stay stuck in things. Because you're free. And you have free will. Being sovereign, truly being sovereign, is simply being yourself. Being sovereign is simply choosing yourself. It is choosing yourself. It is choosing yourself, and it is choosing yourself. Time and time again, it is choosing yourself. It is putting yourself first before everything. And no, that is not selfish. That is one of the programs that they want you to believe. Choosing yourself is one of the most best things, if not the best thing you could ever do in your whole entire life, is to choose yourself. Why? Because self-love is the first love, and it is radical self-love. And when you love yourself, well, then you're connected. So yeah, to be sovereign is to just choose yourself. It's to choose yourself and to choose your best interests in every moment. Not the interests of others, not what everyone else is doing, not what the group is doing. It's choosing yourself. Putting your best interests at heart. You're not resonating, you get out of there. You want to go to bed, you go to bed. You don't drink, you don't drink. It's being sovereign. It's being confident in the choices you make, knowing that it's serving your highest and greatest good. It's choosing yourself when everything around you is telling you not to. Not just the media, not just society, but the people around you. A lot of them don't want you to choose yourself. I'm being real serious. Even your dearest friends, some of them may not even want you to choose yourself because they're not conscious enough. What I mean by that, it's when people don't understand that people have their own lives and understand space and sovereignty, they will always try to distract you from your purpose and try to eat your time, like yum, 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 even though time is not real. They will eat your whole day away, not even caring if you are doing what you need to do in your life. Being sovereign is choosing yourself over everything. Over society, over people, over opinions. It's choosing yourself even if it's choosing yourself even if that means that people are going to perceive you or judge you in a way that you know is not true. You let them. Why? Because we don't care about what other people think of us. And because what other people think of us is not our responsibility. And it's none of my business. And if you want to think that I'm the villain, I let you think that. And I don't try to convince you that I'm not. I just let you think that. And I don't play, like, I don't think, oh, if you're thinking I'm the villain, I think I'll show you what a villain is, because then that's the ego. Just let them. Being sovereign is choosing yourself when the world tells you that you should be choosing everything fucking else. Even down to Beauty, for example, whatever that means, right? Beauty comes from the word beautiful. People don't even know how to choose themselves in every aspect, that they feel like they always need more because they're not choosing themselves. What would your life be like if you chose your natural eyelash? What would your life be like if you chose your natural lips, and you chose your natural skin, and you chose your natural hair, and you chose your natural voice, and you chose your natural dance and your way of expressing yourself, and you chose your heart, and you chose your body? What would your life be like instead of choosing what other people want you to pick and what other people want you to do? Because if you don't choose yourself, I'm going to tell you right now, because I didn't choose myself for a long time, and it got me nowhere. Got me nowhere fast, and nowhere for a long time. Nowhere, in a never-ending circle, and not a good cycle, not a snake eating its tail. I'm talking like the fucking backspin on the decks is broken and the song's not playing for fucking 10 hours. Like, that doesn't sound good. If you don't choose yourself, other people will choose for you. I know, you heard that right. If you don't choose yourself, other people will choose for you. You need to start being Batman in your own life, not Robin. It's an analogy that I use and that I made up a few years ago that is really relevant for this. Because when you are being Robin, you're being the sidekick of your own life. And you may not even realize you're hanging out with someone, and minutes go past, and hours go past. Maybe even days, maybe even months, maybe even years. You could even be in a relationship with someone. And then at some point in time, you realize that you completely abandoned yourself because you didn't choose yourself. And you chose someone else's story and someone else's life, and you didn't even know. You were just going along with it. And you've just wasted all that time. But the beautiful thing is that, you know, when we figure things out, you know, we don't know what we don't know. So we can't, you know, bash ourselves up or anything like that. But the beauty of knowing now is, now that you know, to choose yourself. Because when you don't choose yourself, you will finish last every time. You will be drained. You will have this sense of frustration that is sitting there at the back, and then when it comes forward, you're going to feel really disappointed in yourself. You're going to feel really angry and upset with yourself, but you don't have anyone to blame but yourself, because you didn't have boundaries, and you let someone take you for a fucking joyride around the block. So you need to start choosing yourself. And that means starting to have boundaries. And the boundaries say, I am, or I choose, or I don't, or I do not, or I only. The boundaries are about yourself. It's not about the other person. And that's very important when asserting a real boundary. It's not telling someone what to do. So, for example, saying to someone, I don't like when you behave like that. I don't want you to behave like that anymore. Do you think they're going to listen? No. Or you could say, I don't associate with people that behave like that. Do you see the difference? Do you see how that one feels empowering, and it's talking about yourself, that you don't do that? And they can do whatever they like, but you're not associating with it. So it's got nothing to do with you, but you're choosing yourself. there's so many cars driving past me. So, to be sovereign is to just choose yourself, and just choose yourself because you're with yourself for your whole life. You know, like you're the person out of every person in the whole entire world that you're ever going to meet in your life, you're with yourself for the longest. From day 1 to day 100, you're with yourself. So why would you not choose you? Why would you not choose your best interests? I know why you may not. Maybe you're an empath, and we need to stop calling ourselves empaths. I know, unpopular opinion. Because it is a gateway for people like narcissists and psychopaths. If you tell them I'm an empath, you've just told them that you care deeply and that you feel things deeply. You've just told them I'm a great victim and target for you to ruin my life. But being an empath, so you feel things deeply and you care a lot and you're highly sensitive. Why are you not doing that for yourself? Why are you not caring more about yourself? Get this. Why do you care more about what someone's reaction is than yourself? Why do you care more about, I don't want to hurt this person by saying my boundaries and speaking my truth, more than yourself? That's not love. It is not. That is sacrificing yourself. And also there's a little bit of ego in there, very subtly. Because that's separate. Ego is separateness. It is thinking that, you know better. If I do this, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to, it's not our responsibility how people react to us. If someone wants to be upset by something you say, if you assert a boundary, that's their work. As long as you say your boundary from your heart, you stick to the facts, and it's about you, you can never be wrong. Because love is not wrong. There's a very different boundary of, not coming from your heart and going into stories and, getting all loopy and weird. Firm boundary from your heart. This is me. This is what I need. This is how I operate. Take it or leave it. And I'm telling you now, if they are your people, they will respect your boundary. Even if it upsets them, even if they don't understand, they will say, okay, thanks for letting me know. Dr. Seuss. I don't know if it's Dr. Seuss or Dr. Seuss. I say Dr. Seuss, but that's probably not right because I pronounce things really differently. He even said, those that matter don't mind, and those that don't mind. Hold on. Those that matter don't mind, and those who don't matter mind. I hope I said that right. People that don't respect your boundaries are not your people. They want you to keep on playing their game. They want to keep controlling you and manipulating you, and they want you to be small and shrunken like a shriveled up little prune, dehydrated and fucked. There's a message there for someone. Drink your water, please. Please. When you're dehydrated, everything goes wrong in the body very, very, very fast. And I'm not just talking about, what happens to the body when you're dehydrated. Your mental state is fucked when you're dehydrated. You're depressed. Everything becomes stagnant, like a rock that is stuck in the water. flush some more water, and then the rock can flow through down the river and everything starts flowing again. Your brain starts working properly, your heart starts working properly, your body starts functioning properly, and you can actually function as a human being. As a just a little side note for somebody that really, really needs to get on top of their water. And we're not judging you, we just want you to be hydrated, because that is a huge, huge, huge component that is missing in our diet, is hydration. And if you are interested in more of that stuff, I've got a whole other YouTube channel that is dedicated to me sharing the information that I've learned on my food journey and my journey with health and wellness. And you can find that in the description box below on my other YouTube channel, The Green Goddess. So start choosing yourself, because if you don't, someone else is going to choose for you. And it guarantees you're not going to like what they choose, because it's not your story. That's why you need to choose, because it's your story. So start to become sovereign. Start to choose yourself. Can you guys hear the kookaburras? It's a native bird that we have here in Australia. And the laugh, I was told by someone, is their war cry. So it just makes it that much more, what's the word? A little bit eerie on a small scale. Definitely at night time, because you can't see them. So to be sovereign is to choose yourself. And to remember that you always have a choice. It's putting your best interests first before anyone and anything, because you are the most important person in your life. And I don't care who tells you that you're not, because that's a lie. Even if you are a parent or you're a partner, you're more important than your partner, and you're more important than your kids. And a lot of people would disagree with that. But if you're not putting yourself first and your best interests at first, then how can you be of best service to those around you if you're not filling up your cup? You cannot. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you try to, see what happens, because we know what happens. We've all been there. You get burnt out, you get drained, you have a meltdown, you have a breakdown. You need to put yourself first. Pay no mind to the reactions of others when you start putting yourself first. Because if you haven't done it before, there is going to be that, backlash. There's going to be that let's try to pull you back in. Choose yourself. You're the only person that you've got. And you should be your best friend in life. Start to choose yourself and start to put your best interests first, and your life will become better. And you will start to enjoy life more. And you will start to feel more confident, and you'll start to feel more empowered, and you'll start loving yourself more, and you'll start getting more inner peace. And the list is just endless of when you start choosing yourself. And I know you don't think that, because you've literally been told the opposite for a very, very long time, but that is the program that they want you to believe. They want you to think that, putting everyone else first, I just need to be a martyr my whole life. Like, let me just sacrifice myself for humanity and for the children and for, my family, and let me just, burn my fucking, self into the ground, blood, sweat and tears, and that I can't even function anymore because I've sacrificed so much of my energy and my time for the good of others, and I just won't say anything. I'll just be quiet over here, but I'm drained and I have no energy and I feel like shit. Does that really sound like love to you? It absolutely is fucking not. I'll tell you that right now. So I hope this video helped you in some way or inspired you. And if you liked it, please do that. And please share it. And please subscribe to this channel, because I would really love to get this channel, you know, to continue to grow. And yeah, I need your guys' help to do that. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know. In the comment section below, I would love to hear how you, yes, I'm talking directly to you, Felicia. I want to hear how you're going to start to put yourself first. How are you going to start to be sovereign? How are you going to start to put yourself first? What are the things that you are going to start to do to start to put your best interests first? This is a community of people who we all want the same things. We're all on the journey, consciously on our journey to ascending, awakening, whatever you want to call it, enlightenment. So we're here to help one another. We're here to talk and discuss. We're here to support one another. And we're here to help each other remember. Because we are all brothers and sisters. And we are all just walking, singing, dancing, and guiding each other home in love. See you next time.